Hello, Coach Shalyn is here. Thank you all for joining me. I'm so excited to spend time with you today. Welcome to our Lunch and Learn. Let's see, I am watching on two different screens because, yes, there is an overachiever, a part of me, and I want to make sure that you are able to hear me and you are able to see me. So, let's make sure. So if you can hear and see me, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Let me just see. Drop me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear and see me. Let's see. I'm so excited to be spending time with you all. This is great. Okay, so I see Jesse is watching. Hi, Jesse. Hi, welcome. Coach Shalyn here. So I'm super excited to be having a live lunch and learn with you all today. I just got a quick bottle of water and I'm going to have like a nice little drink. Okay, good. Thumbs up. Thank you. And because while you might be enjoying your salad, like I cannot be talking to you with food all in my teeth because that is not cool. So today in this lunch and learn, I wanted to really spend time with you and really just give you a full perspective on starting off the top of the year with really implementing great priorities that can help you move forward. So in just regular everyday language, I wanted to help you start off your year like more like this instead of like 4 years ago, I start off my year like this, like without direction and honestly without focus. But that was due to me having so many things on my plate. So if you are kind of new to me and who I am, I should stop for a moment and let you know that my name is Shalyn Barr. If you're new to my page, thank you so much for inviting me along your journey. I am affectionately known as Coach Shalyn, and I have literally been on a journey of living life in its fullness, in its most impactful way since 2015. And just like actually the sign behind me says, being healthy is a journey and not a destination. That's literally what I pride myself on and how I actually do my group coaching programs. Because every day is a choice. Every day is a decision. Every moment of what you're doing really feeds into your health and wellness journey. And it's not just like, okay, I've arrived. That's it. I'm completely done. It's like, no, friends, we have to keep going. And just to be fully transparent, even as an integrative nutrition health coach, masters and this, that, and the other, and degree in this, that, and the other, there is still a real everyday aspect of how we live, how we think, how we're going to exercise. All of these things encompasses this journey. Now, I do have to tell you that in this lunch and learn, I would love to answer questions that you might have based upon what we're talking about today on how to move forward in more of a straightforward in a journey where it's not up and down, where even your brain really is ingrained in the overall process. So there's three quick tips that I really want to give you today in really sounding almost like probably like everybody in America. It's a new year, let's get started. But these are really valid, tried and true truths that I want to share with you, things that I have been through, things that I help my women clients to go through, where it's not just for January. And then in February, you're like, huh, what am I doing? No, these are things that will help you, friend, throughout really the whole course of the year. So the first thing that I really want to share with you is to really think about what is your goal? What is your goal? And I found that when I would have 10, 15, 20 different goals, as I mentioned to you, I'd be like, oh, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. But when you think about what is your goal, once you set that goal, then you're able to kind of filter all of the steps A, B, C, D, and E through that one goal. So that is a big tip that I love to share, because when your brain is all over the place and you're chasing all of these different things, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? And not only what am I doing here, but how do I know that I have arrived to the first step in my goal? How am I progressing towards my goal? So that is the most impactful thing that you could ever do, is to really determine what is your goal. The second thing is to, now that you have that goal, is determine the steps. So back when I was getting ready to run, like, because my knees are now singing the song, but I was running half marathons like it was nobody's business. When I was getting ready to run these half marathons, I remember actually taking things step by step. So that was my goal, to be able to run the 13.1, yeah, or 0.2, 13.1 miles. Well, that was the goal. But I remember at one point I was trying to rush this goal along. So I'm just going to run in the neighborhood and I'm going to run 5 miles. Whew. Don't ever do that. So if your goal is to run 13.1 miles, like on day 2, don't run 5 in one day, because I learned the hard way. Like, no, that did not work. So if the goal is to run 13.1 miles, then you've got to do other things before you actually get there. And that really is the second tip that I want to give you. So maybe you say, okay, I need to increase my lung capacity. So how do I do that in order to breathe from the starting point all the way to the end of that? So maybe that's actually even doing some yoga. Maybe it is actually taking deep breaths. Maybe it is honing in on calisthenics in order to get to that goal. The third tip that I wanted to give you in regards to really setting yourself up for success for 2022 is going to be to document along the way, to be able to pay attention to your progress, to be able to determine what are some falling off points, or what's working well, what's not working well. So you want to be able to have documented data for yourself to be able to know how things are going. So if you all have the occasion, you can jump over on my YouTube channel, because I just dropped a video just the other day about challenging yourself and doing hard things. And so this was the first time in a long time that I actually publicly performed my plank. Whew. And to be honest, it was quite a challenge. And so even in that video, I was actually talking and going through doing my plank at the same time. Take a corner. Now, what you're going to find when you head over to the YouTube channel, of course, I'd love for you to subscribe, and it's just underneath Health Coach Lynn. You're going to find that what you see in me doing that plank was not something that I just jumped up and I just did live for the first time on that video. Nope. There was a process. And I actually talk about how, I would pay attention to when did I need to come out, to give myself a break? What, releasing my back. What did I do? How did I get to that point? And these are the same tips that I am giving you here right now. So I want to see, are there any questions? Okay, you all can still hear and see me. Yay! Okay, the other thing that I have found to be most advantageous is being able to have support along the way. So my hair is all over the place. Yes, the sister locks are just growing like crazy. Being able to have support along the way. So I really want to let you all know about the program that is still open for open enrollment, and it is called Love Your Reflection: Practicing Self-Care to Achieve Weight Loss. So The premise behind being able to work with women in this regard is because we're going to go from point A to point B. We're going to understand what the limiting beliefs are. We're going to crawl through why there has even been, even in my own journey too, what has been the dropping off points. There is actually something that I want to share with you all. Okay. Let me see if I can share. I want to share a quick screen with you. So give me a second. We gotta love live TV, because I always feel like for me, even growing up as a child, yes, I'm not looking at you for a second. Even as a child, I really grew up with being a visual learner, like being a visual learner. And this screen that I am getting ready to share with you is going to give you one quick aspect of something that I absolutely love. Okay, so where I am going to go, I'm almost there. Oh my Lord, I have a lot of windows that are open. What? That's the beauty of having goals and setting them. Let's close these windows. Okay, so I want to share with you, here, let's see. I want to share my screen with you so that you can see one quick aspect of, okay, here I go. Okay, so I am currently sharing my screen. If you're wondering where I am, I'm actually on my website, which is healthcoachshalyn.com/love-your-reflection. This is, to be honest, this is actually a website and a page that you would come to actually enroll for the open enrollment that I have, as I am seeking to really help women be able to make themselves a priority, to be able to admire the total image that you see, mind, body, and soul. I want to share with you this picture here. This is an after picture. This is an after picture where, yes, you see me smiling. My hair is not up in a big bun how it is right now. My hair is down. This smile is the same smile that I've always worn. I always have a smile. In any pictures, even as a child, you will see me smiling. Now, I am flipping over to my About page. This is me as well. This is me as well. There's that same smile. But I have to honestly share with you that this smile here back in 2015 is not as authentic, because yes, once again, like anybody else, you take a picture, they say cheese, smile for the camera, cheese. And so this here is the starting point of my journey where, my hobbies, my goals were completely different. My hobbies were, cooking, baking, and I still do those same things. This journey here in 2015 was really full of pain, confusion, soul searching, accepting myself, not comparing myself to others. And so from the 2015 all the way, let's go back to this picture here, man, there has been a lot of transformation that has happened. And in that 2015 to that 2022, even here, that is the dash. That is the point in which where now I help women, where I actually say, I have been where you are. I know what it feels like to walk past my pantry and hear, the snacks that I have in there for everybody else, like calling me. I know what it feels like to participate in many of the diets that are here. Low carb, high fat, fruitarian, and I am currently a pescatarian, and I've, for me that works well. But the baby food diet, cabbage soup. I mean, like trying all these different things, and even fad diets. And fad for me stands for a day, like running all over the place. And I found that from 2015 to here I am now creating these high level programs, like everything has changed. And I don't know how, I'm gonna stop to share for a second. I don't know how to be anything different. I'm not the typical, oh, we're just going to work together, and we're just going to work through these frameworks, and I'm going to help you. No, my thing is, let's get excited about the journey of where we're headed. Let's make plans to set you up for success. Let me be as transparent as I can be as your coach to connect with you and to help you move forward. So if you're here on my page, you're watching, I'm so excited to be a part of your journey. I appreciate your time of spending time with me today here on this Lunch and Learn. And I am not some person that's not going to tell you the truth, that's not going to really say, hey, I know what it's like to trip and fall into a piece of chocolate cake. So now that you did that, let's figure out how that doesn't have to happen like often. Let's help you get going. And I am the type of person that is not going to say, okay, you need to lose whatever amount of pounds. Let's start from there and let's get that done in 5 days. Nope. As professional as I can tell you, nope, I'm not that coach, and I am not the coach Shalyn that is going to do that. I'm going to be the one that is going to partner outside of anything else that you've ever been a part of to really help you move forward in your goals. And so 2022 is the year that I'm going to say that you've been waiting for. Maybe it's like, what? You're just getting to know me. What you mean this is the year that I've been waiting for? Because I've been where you are right now. I know what it feels like to be watching people here, to be watching people there, gathering information on this infomercial, grabbing this, trying this, and you're just looking for something solid. You're just looking for a linear plan that you can move forward. And so today on this Lunch and Learn, I have a huge challenge for you today. I am literally telling you not to second guess anything that you've seen on the page. A lot of people are like, hey, Coach Shalyn, I've been seeing that love your reflection plan, and I'm just trying to decide if that's something for me. Like, even though you're kind of scratching where I'm itching, and even though I could really see myself getting some of those benefits. Well, friend, I am all in your thoughts today, because I am telling you, don't second guess yourself. Head over to the website. Let me show you again. I want to share the screen. I really do want to share this screen with you. And I want to invite you to head over and just enroll. So here's the thing. How did I come up? So of course, once again, head over to the YouTube website, and you can YouTube page, and you can get an understanding of like a full conversation that I had with my good friend Tracy. But the premise behind actually even getting started with Love Your Reflection, it's really from spending a lot of time with women, and realizing that I was not the only one who was struggling with looking at myself in the mirror. I was not the only one. Silence, yes. I literally was not the only person. And so being able to determine, well, what is it? What the heck is going on? What is the limiting beliefs? What's the stoppage there? What's the prevention? What's like keeping that there? What's the barrier that was there? So why I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not therapist. I stand behind behavior change, specialization, life coaching, all of these different things. But that's not the point. I am a human being, a real person, just like you, who have walked in your shoes. And so my mission for really being a part of raising your level of self-care is that once you connect with your own beauty, once you understand your worth, yes, I get emotional. Once you understand that your health is your wealth, once you're able to really appreciate who you are, everything changes, even in regards to your health. So there are so many things that are attached to your adrenal glands, which sit on top of your kidneys. And if there is stress there, if the serotonin levels are really low, if all of these things are out of place, first of all, you're not going to be able to lose the weight that you're looking for, because your body is in this fight or flight, kind of tangled up, balled up type of thing. And all of those things have to be released. So when I work with people, it is beyond just the food on your plate, the numbers on your scale. It is actually propelling you to move forward, put these things in place so that once you make yourself a priority, then you're able to lose weight. And then you're able to love your reflection when you look in the mirror, mind, body, and soul. So this particular website that I have here for you is healthcoachshalane.com/love your reflection, so that you can really move forward. Something else that I really want to point out to you is that you will see things that say stop dieting, start living. So I'm not counting a bunch of calories. I'm not trying to say, let's pigeonhole you here. Nope. I'm going to teach you how to make a framework where you're going to be able to, as I have here in module 1, you're going to break down those limitations. Then you're going to accept the truth about who you are. Like, this is a process. Then you're going to work on meal planning, fitness planning, create that self-care blueprint. Then you're going to embrace your future self. You're going to affirm, declare, announce out loud. You're going to love yourself to pieces. I'm going to teach you how to connect with your love language so that you can embrace your journey, move forward, and then we are going to celebrate. So so head over. There's still a lot of there is a lot of opportunity here, and I'm literally looking forward to working with you. So just as I started at the top of today's Lunch and Learn, I want you to really hone in, take that deep breath, and remember to create, like I was mentioning, you got to create a goal, then you got to create the steps, and then you got to document what is the journey that you're on. How are you progressing? Because that's how you really move from point A to B. So it's a couple other things I want to really make an announcement for, just in case you might have missed it. As you know, yes, I do have a podcast. It's called Healthy Chit Chat with Coach Shalane. You can listen to it on really all of the major platforms for podcasting. Excuse me. So that might be iTunes. Let me take a sip of water. It might be iTunes, maybe Amazon Music, where you can ask Alexa to start the podcast for you. There are many avenues in which you can actually listen to the podcast. So just as an update, if you're not on my email distribution or somehow you missed it, the podcast is really going to be broadcast every Tuesday now. We were doing Tuesday, Thursdays. We're just going to do Tuesdays, every Tuesday morning, so you can update your information, your records to know that it's just Tuesday mornings. Gives us an opportunity to be more impactful and be able to really lengthen out those podcasts and really dive deep into it. And once again, it's called Healthy Chit Chat with Coach Shalane. It's great. I think we're actually on, might be episode, I think we're like done maybe like 60 now. So it's so good. And that right there is like, oh man, so impactful for me, because I've actually really wanted to be on radio. My undergrad degree is in telecommunications and a minor in public relations and advertising. I never really went forward into like being on TV or anything like that, but having a podcast and being able to connect is absolutely wonderful. So make sure that you head over to the podcast that you you subscribe and that you get that information that's going to really give you a well-rounded health and wellness journey. So yeah, so I wanted to just kind of jump on and spend this amount of time with you all today. As I mentioned again, the enrollment is still underway for Love Your Reflection, Practicing Self-Care to Achieve Weight Loss. Head over to www.healthcoachshalyn.com/loveyourreflection. Go ahead and sign up today. And when you sign up, you're going to get the information on what's your next steps, how to move forward. It is a group coaching program so that we all have been through this pandemic, and there has been just a level of isolation, a level of separatism. And so the beauty of moving forward with coaching programs is just like me. You realize, am I the only one that didn't like to look in the mirror at myself? And you realize, oh, great, there are other people that are here. There are people that can support you along the way. So I'm super excited to be really in the forefront of moving forward with this type of community-based support programs for women, just real everyday language, no fluff, not blowing smoke in your eyes. Like, this is like the real deal, because this really will hit home, and I know it's going to be impactful upon you and just so many other clients that I've worked with on an individual basis. I'm really excited about bringing everybody together to move forward, because 2022 is a phenomenal year, and we're going to do this together. So that's all I have for now for today's Lunch and Learn. Let me just double check and see, do I have any questions? Any questions here? Let's just double check. Any questions? Okay, so even after watching the replay of this time together, drop your questions below. I'll be sure that I'll drop in the link so that you can register and get involved. Oh yeah, so people are asking, well, how are you able to pay for the program? You can pay in full for the program and receive a discount. Just for paying in full. You can also pay in 2 installments, where first payment is due today, next payment is due in 1 month. And just even go through just reading all the information. I do offer a money back return, because I know that your hard-earned dollars are important to you. And so I want to make sure that you have some excellent guarantees that are out there for you as well. And so I'm just excited to work with you. So this is all I have for now, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.